Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you're a coach who's serious about getting better, like really mastering your craft, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to dive into the framework that separates good coaching from truly excellent coaching. Think of it as your roadmap to the top. So, here's the big question, right? How do you even measure coaching excellence? I mean, in a field that's all about transformation, how do we know what great coaching actually looks and sounds like? Is it just a feeling? Well, no, it's not just about intuition. There's a real, clear, observable structure behind it all.
And the answer, it's the ICF PCC markers. Now, for anyone who's new to this, ICF is the International Coaching Federation, and PCC means Professional Certified Coach. The two words I really want you to focus on here are specific and observable. We're not talking about vague, abstract ideas. These are real, tangible behaviors that you can actually see and practice. So don't think of them as some scary test you have to pass. Instead, see them for what they are, a super detailed roadmap that's literally designed to guide you to mastery.
All right, so if we've got this roadmap, what are the key regions on it? Well, it's organized into 8 main areas. The ICF calls these the core competencies. You can think of them as the foundational pillars that hold up everything else. Every single marker we're talking about is built on these 8 concepts. Let's take a quick look at what they are. And here they are. The 8 pillars of coaching excellence. You can see they cover everything from the really foundational stuff, like ethics and having a coaching mindset, to the super practical skills we're using in every single session. Take number 7, evokes awareness. What does that even mean? Well, it's the difference between asking a simple question like, so what are you going to do next? And asking a question that completely shifts your client's perspective like, what becomes possible for you now? See the difference? Each one of these is a huge area, and the PCC markers act like specific signposts telling us what to look for. Okay, so we've got the roadmap. We know where we're going, but why does it matter so much? Why is mastering these markers such a big deal? Well, it's about way more than just your own career. It's actually about the credibility of our entire profession. So let's get into the why behind the what.
First and foremost, standardization. The markers give us all a universal language for coaching. It means that a coach in New York, a client in Tokyo, and an assessor in Berlin, we're all playing from the same playbook. And this isn't just boring bureaucracy, okay? It's what guarantees a consistent, fair standard of excellence for everyone, no matter where you are in the world.
And that standardization, it leads right into this, quality assurance. Because when every single certified coach is following these high standards, it lifts up the whole profession. It gives us that credibility we need to show the world that, hey, coaching is a serious, professional discipline with really clear, rigorous benchmarks. Okay, let's make this personal for a second. Let's bring it back to you. Have you ever been in that spot where you wonder, what exactly do I need to work on to get better? Well, the markers are your answer. They are your personal guide. They're a self-assessment tool that lets you pinpoint your strengths and, more importantly, see exactly where you can grow. It just takes all the guesswork out of your own development. And at the end of the day, this all circles back to one person, the client. Think about it. When a client knows their coach is being held to these high recognized standards, it builds a massive amount of trust. They can truly relax into the process because they know they're working with a real professional who has proven skills to help them on their journey. So when you pull all of this together, the standardization, the quality, your own development, and that client confidence, you start to see the big picture. These markers are so much more than a checklist. They create this amazing cycle where high professional standards lead to client trust, and that trust lifts up the entire coaching profession for every single one of us. It's a win-win-win. Okay, so we've talked about what the markers are and why they're so important. Now for what I think is the most crucial part, the how. How do you actually use these things on your journey? Not just to get a credential, but to become a better, more effective coach every single day. It really becomes this powerful cycle of growth. You start by just assessing yourself, record one of your coaching sessions, and then listen back with the markers right there next to you. That alone is going to prepare you for any kind of official evaluation. But more than that, it teaches you how to interpret feedback. So when a mentor or an assessor gives you notes, you'll know exactly which competency they're talking about. And that transforms feedback from something that might feel like criticism into a clear, actionable plan that guides your growth. It's a total game changer. You see, really embracing the PCC markers isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing commitment. It's a journey of constantly learning and reflecting, and that's really what it means to be a professional coach. So, what's the big takeaway here? What should you really remember from all this?
I think this quote just sums it up perfectly. Sticking to these markers isn't about jumping through hoops or passing a test. It's a deep commitment. It's really our promise to every single client, that we're building their success on a solid foundation of real, proven competence and rock-solid ethics. So, where do you go from here? How do you keep moving on this path? Well, for a ton more resources, you should definitely visit the Becoming a Credentialed Coach website. And I can't recommend this enough. Check out the book that a lot of this information came from. It's called Becoming an ICF Credentialed Coach. It is an absolutely invaluable guide you can find on Amazon and in other bookstores. Thanks so much for joining me today. As you go forward, I want to leave you with one little question to think about. Which single marker, just one, if you truly mastered it this month, would create the biggest transformation for your clients? Think about it.